This is day 2 here on the island of Koh Rong Sanloem. It is indeed beautiful. The sun has come out. We are lucky because we had seen that it's going to be a lot of overcast and we were worried about that. But it is indeed beautiful. And then put it in perspective, not this dock, the dock behind it is where we landed yesterday. And you come across the beach again, once again. And these are the beachfront villas. I believe there's 19 or 20 of them altogether. Choice ones are obviously the beachfront ones, and then as you move backwards, I guess they're a little cheaper. That said, he just put us in the best one he had because it doesn't make any difference because there's nobody here. We are the only people in this whole resort. And I did pronounce it right. Saracen Bay Resort. It is very quiet and calm here. Just to let you know, this water is so warm. Clear and clean as well. Now that we're all settled in, let's give you a little walk around the resort. Like we told you before, there's about 9 of these ocean-facing villas. And of course you already know A5, that's us. But the next row, they stagger them so that they can actually get a partial water view. So if you were sitting out there, you'd actually see the water. And if you go a little bit further, you have the main dining area, restaurant. Oh, to note, this is pretty nice. On A5 hours, you can see in the upper corner, they have a repeater right there. So your Wi-Fi is going to be a little stronger right there than many other spots. Over here on A7, they have another repeater as well. So if you come here, you might want to request those particular rooms. These kayaks here, you're welcome to use. We've had dinner here and breakfast here. Food's good, very good. We'll probably try a few other restaurants while we're here as well. And the prices are reasonable. They don't hold you hostage on this island, so you're not going to pay exorbitant prices just because they got you out here. And here's reception. And here is your bar. They have plenty of cold drinks, fresh coffee, as you please. The actual grill is, well, kitchen is right behind that door. And then you have all these tables here, which when they're busy are full to capacity. And this is where you have your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So, and there's Channy right there. Hi. He is always working. He's actually the manager here, but when it's slow, They all multitask. Okay, so now you've seen this part. Let's go. Suppose you come here and this is all sold out, the front row. Let's see what they got back here. You can see it all is built in front of this jungle, so there's nothing behind you, and it's very quiet here. Here's second row, and all these villas, like I showed you, they peek through. They're staggered, so they peek through, and you do have a water view. Let's go back to the third row and see what we see. So I'm not positive about that. If you like warm weather and sunshine, this place is for you. These guys are working right now, building a path. Okay, so your third row, it looks like they only built, I don't know, maybe 2? Not quite sure. We'll see as we get closer. And like I told you, the limited crew that's here, they all work. They all have something to do. They don't sit around doing nothing. They're constantly upgrading, renovating. These guys right now are making a cement wall. So it looks like there's 4 of them back here. And all these villas, quite honestly, are exactly the same, whether they're up front or not. It's just the view. So here's your view. This is what I mean by stagger. So you got no water view from the third row. But I'm sure the price of these back here are less if you're budget conscious and you don't want to spend that much. Maybe this is for you. Fresh bananas. And all the way in the back, C1, there's a repeater, so you will have some nice internet back there. The internet's not bad here. It's roughly about 40 down and maybe 20 up. Okay, you've seen it. These are the grounds. We'll go back out in front now. We'll take a walk up and down Saracen Bay and show you around there a bit too. One of the nice things to do when you're at these different beaches in different islands in different countries is, you know, if you see some plastic, garbage, pick it up and throw it away. It's a nice thing to do, and if the locals see you, you set a good example, and maybe they start doing it as well. Jeannie's gonna go out for a little dip. At low tide, you have to kind of walk out a little bit further to get waist deep, shoulder deep, but it's very calm. There's zero current, rip tides, anything like that. Very, very safe. We were going for our first exploring, and we'll do a little beach walk all the way down, show you around. If we find anything of interest, we'll spin the camera up, of course. This is how they bring heavy equipment to the islands. They have these boarding boats where the front comes down, and whether it's livestock, generator, a car, anything like that that's big, this is how they bring it in. A lot of these places are actually closed because there's just not enough business to support them for being open. Here's a place right here. Looks like it's open. Should you choose to be closer to the pier itself. it actually looks like this one has a swimming pool. So if you'd like a swimming pool and the ocean, this is the Eden Beach Resort. That's what we have here. Give you a quick look. Go up the stairs. I don't think anyone's going to care. Yes, they have a pool here. Very nice. You like? Nice?
Very nice.
Okay. We got a big thumbs up here.
Yeah, you again.
How are you? We did. Weren't you going to a cruise ship?
No. We are doing the YouTube vlogs in German.
Yes. Where's Matthias? You know, I forgot your name. Why is it so weird? I remember your husband's name, Matthias, but I can't remember yours.
Franziska.
Franziska.
Hi, nice to meet you.
John, Jeannie, come on up.
Where are you? Staying somewhere
We
else
are
here?
staying.
We're staying down here.
You might remember Franziska and Matthias from the opening day at Angkor Wat early in the morning. Good morning from Angkor Wat. And we are here early to see the sunrise. And as you will see now, we are not alone. We got our tripod and our camera mounted.
And our tripod.
That's right. We granted access. We granted humanitarian access to our friends from Germany. Okay. And
How are you? Yeah,
they
you're following us around. Or
they
we're
shared the
following you.
sunrise with us.
Yeah.
We are staying right over there. There's
When did you arrive? Yesterday.
yes.
Yeah, we did too.
I'm going to cut this right here and we'll catch up. And here's our man Matthias, hard at work editing. No different than me. Jeannie always gives me shit about editing. And here we are. He's in his world right now editing.
How did you get here?
By boat. We arrived yesterday. It's a small world, huh? I'd hate to have to paint it. We are staying right next door.
Nice.
Over at Saracen Bay Resort.
Welcome.
So I was just telling our viewers, you're hard at work editing your next video just like I'm doing, and I get yelled at all the time by Jeannie. Is that all you're going to do is edit? I said, someone's got to do it. That's it. Okay, we're here for a couple of days. We'll see you. I'll leave you to it.
See you around.
Okay. And again, should you want something with more people, you could certainly stay here at the Eden Beach Resort, where Franzi and Matthias are staying. Small world, running into them again after seeing them at Angkor Wat. Isn't it, Jeannie? It's funny. Jeannie's gonna get a couple of cold beverages for us. You wanna go a little bit lower, there's plenty of rooms available, hostels. There's all sorts of accommodations to match your budget. I told you before, Jeannie rarely drinks beer, but she has found beer that she actually likes here in Cambodia. We have a new friend that's joined us, this golden retriever. Here's an example of some of the beach bungalows. These, more than likely, are fan only. There's no air conditioning. Something you can easily get used to here because you acclimate to the weather. Entirely up to you. Like we said, it's your budget. You decide what you want to do. The GTVC leaves at 9:45, 12:45, 3:15. That's it. Those are your options to get back to Xiangville to catch your transportation to your next destination. Ours will be back to Phnom Penh. Should you run into any problems while you're on the island, here's your local police right here. Very doubtful, highly doubtful you're gonna have any problems. You wanna go to the other side of the island and explore, or maybe you're gonna spend some of your time on that side at a different resort. These boats right here, they'll take you around. You just work out a deal with them. Another example of a lower end place to stay, Bamboo Jam. You get your little fan bungalow. Comes with a hammock. And I'm sure they're enjoying it every bit as much as we are enjoying where we are. And this is how we roll. You want to do a little hammock out in the water? Help yourself. So here's Bamboo Jam restaurant. You're vegetarian, vegan, and you're worried about eating on an island? These people got you covered. Don't you worry. And like this sign says, you want to do snorkeling, fishing, plankton tour, private boat to the Koh Rong Big Island, they got you covered. You make a deal. Everything you make a deal. It's all negotiable.
Have a fire show.
Mm-hmm. As we come up to the Lucky Sun Hostel. They keep it very clean here. And this sign says Sweet Time Bungalow and Restaurant, which would be right over here. Another option. And right here we have the good life.
Oh yeah. How you doing? Great.
You will not go hungry, you will not be thirsty. Oh, I see something that Jeannie's gonna want for tonight for sure. You know what Jeannie likes? I'm gonna show you. Right here. Chicken wings. Barbecued chicken wings. Small is $8.50, large is $16. We had fish last night. It was so delicious. It was fresh fish, deep fried for two. Cost us $10. Had vegetables with it, rice, everything you wanted. Let's cruise up to this mini mart right here and see if they have a t-shirt or something. I actually only brought about 3 t-shirts with me because I figured I would just buy them on the way. Well, so far I haven't found really anything I really like, so we'll see. So we went in and I did find a t-shirt, $10. Koh Rong Sanloem. Let's see the back. There you have it. You live here, you got a motorbike, this is how you get around. This is your street right here. So this looks like a little bit of an upper end resort. I believe the name is La Passion. Not sure because some of the letters are missing. But it does look clean, does look private. So if this is something you might be interested in, you could certainly Google it. How is this place?
Expensive but nice.
Okay. You get what you pay for.
Well, that's what I keep telling her when she pays for
Okay. Well, as long as it's coming out of her wallet, nothing to worry about. There you have it. Expensive, but worth it. They have a pool. That looks like reception right there. La Passion. But if you like private resorts and you have it all to yourself,
I picked the right one.
Jeannie did it again.
I think I did.
It reminds me a lot of when we were in Panama and we stayed at Cala Isle Resort. There was absolutely nobody there. We had that whole resort to ourselves too. And let me tell you something. If you ever get down to Panama and you can get to the Gulf of Chicory, it is worth going to Cala Island Resort. Really nice.
I was just talking about that today.
You'll shoot the lock off the wallet, but zero disappointments. Now, suppose you were inclined to do something different on this island and you wanted to stay in some pods. There you go.
I looked at those too.
And what did you find out, Jeannie?
I didn't like them. I would get claustrophobic in those brown cylinder things.
Very strange indeed.
They're really strange.
Yeah. Remember in Colombia on that island that we went to that had container boxes as hotel rooms? It was very strange. Okay, so here's some older bungalows. You can tell these are old. They're probably like one of the first bungalow resorts here because you can see they're older. Again, these are not air conditioned. They are fan based, so you'll have fans in there. Nice, you know, depending on your budget. It always depends on your budget. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but being that we were here for 3 nights, paying an extra $20 a night for air conditioning only made sense to me.
What you really want to know is Jeannie doesn't have a budget. And this right here looks like the beginning of a tent city. I guess if you were on a backpacker's budget with like no income, you might stay there.
That's the construction workers.
Oh, newly noted. They are building a really big hotel back there, as you can see. And the construction workers live here after work. They will stay here until this job is completed, then they will move on. But these pictures will show you what it's going to look like. And I imagine once it's completed, they will be getting rid of stuff like this type of garbage and stuff. That's not going to happen. So in the future, this might be a nice option. We'll stick our camera in here just so you can see the before and after. We'll come back in 10 years and show you the after. But right now, this is what you got. And you can see it's going to be the beginning of a very, very elegant resort. And again, this is where they stay when they're not working. Here's a good example of how they get fuel to these different places. These guys right here are rolling a 50-gallon drum of diesel for that resort right there. You can actually smell the diesel. And they brought it with that boat, that little boat.
There's no electricity on this island. It's all generator power.
Let's go, let's go.
Generator and solar power. You tell them that.
Here, I'll help him.
He's not going to want you to do that. He got his workout for the day.
Everyone has a job. Akumban. And this is the Seoul Beach Resort. These actually look pretty nice. Although you're down at the end.
And you have to listen to the construction.
You'd have to listen to construction. Jeannie's got a very valid point. They're not going to tell you that in the Airbnb or Booking.com or Agoda.
As a matter of fact, you're here to like listen to nothing, just nature and birds
Right.
and water. And to hear that construction all day long, I would be very disappointed.
Right. Where we're staying, we could hear a gecko fart.
Yeah. I can hear the bees buzzing around my ears.
But without constructions going on, this wouldn't be a bad place.
I don't think it has air conditioning either.
No, it doesn't look like it has air conditioning.
They have fans on.
Yeah.
And some of these don't even have hot water.
Right. Good point. Another good point. Check about hot water. Check about Wi-Fi.
If that's what you want.
Yeah, if you feel that's something you need. Oh, let me tell you about this. Okay. This is worth actually mentioning. Lazy Beach is on the other side of the island. And if you want to do that, you would walk down this path all the way through the jungle and it'll bring you out to the other side of the island. Something.
45 minutes, which I'm not doing.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Towards the end here, you have another resort called The One. They have a pool. And Jeannie was up in the air about maybe coming here instead, but for whatever reason, she decided not to. And that's okay, because we're perfectly happy where we are. So that would be the restaurant and pool area, and here are your villas, bungalows, whatever you want to call them. And again, I don't really see any.
There are only
Wow.
There's,
I don't see any air conditioning.
I think there's all fans.
Right. But it does look comfortable.
Kind of like what we're in, except
crowded.
and yeah, exactly. We have nobody in ours, and I think they're nicer. I do like what they did with though, putting the tinted windows on there.
Yeah. So we have reached about as far as we wish to travel down this beach, and pretty much you have a good idea now of what it's like to walk the beach and the different properties that are available for you should you decide you'd like to come here. And with that, we're going to head back towards our place.
Which is all the way down there.
Right.